Straight out to investigative journalist Art Harris at www.artharris.com. Art, you've been on the story from the very beginning and spent months down in Satsuma, Florida. Now the mother, Misty Crosland's mother, has officially been transferred from Tennessee on what I believe to be a trumped-up forgery charge. Yes, she did it, but you rarely see people thrown behind bars and this kind of bond on forgery. Now she's been transferred to Florida. She's on the turf with the local police department, and she is facing questioning tonight. What will happen?
Nancy, they are anticipating asking her to compare the story that Misty told her, according to what Lisa, the mother, told me on my website, artharris.com, comparing what Misty told her the night Haley vanished with what Misty has said since then. So they have a number of stories they're going to compare. Plus, they want to know why the mother believes her daughter was not telling the truth. In her heart of hearts, that's what she has said.
Well, Art, what I want to get down to, the nitty-gritty, is what do we know, if anything, about what Crosland told her mother, now behind bars and facing Florida police interrogation? What do we believe she told the mom versus what she's told to the morning shows, what she's told to the husband, Ronald Cummings? She's tripped up on her own story several times that we know of.
Well, Nancy, she has gone over what happened that night in that she woke up, saw a light on the kitchen, and went in to check, and then turns around and saw Haley missing. So there are some specific steps during that night that she took that are a little off than what she said before.
To Art Harris, investigative journalist at artharris.com, what more can you tell me, Art?
Well, I can tell you that that night or that afternoon, Haley was seen playing with her cousins at the trailer, riding bikes, running around, having fun. And then at 6 o'clock, Tommy comes over to see Misty. They hang out for a while. And then 7 to 7:30, law enforcement tells me that her grandmother came over, and that Sykes, with a clean batch of clothes, which raises the question, why did Misty have to wash a blanket later on? And Ronald saying there was no detergent in the trailer anyway.
What more can you tell me about the brother? And what, if any, advice did Crosland's family give her about speaking to cops?
Well, initially, when I spoke with Lisa Crosland, the mother, and the sister-in-law, they were warning Misty to be careful about what she said because she was tripping up on herself and people were attacking her for inconsistencies. So this was early on, Nancy, at the house. And they were also pointing fingers at a cousin, trying to, whether divert attention. They believed this young man from Tennessee who was there that night and left the next morning had something to do with it. He's been interviewed twice by police in the last 2 weeks and has been ruled out as in any way connected.
But right now, he is not a suspect, nor is Misty Crosland been named a suspect in this case.
Correct.
And Art, I want to go back to the wingman, the so-called friend that was actually working undercover, who befriended Misty Crosland, took her to Orlando, went with her to New York for her TV appearance.
Right.
What can you tell me about Donna Brock's time with Misty Crosland?
Well, she was told by Tim Miller, head of Equisearch, to try to get close to her and learn what she could, possibly any clues that would lead them to where Haley was, what happened to her. And in hanging out with her for, gosh, several weeks, she got close to Misty and said that there were more inconsistencies that came up, nothing specific, but she shared that with investigators, sat down with them several times, and recently, after she dropped Misty off for the last time on Saturday, had the falling out, Misty learning that she was a, quote, double agent, she then went and told police further what she knew. And one thing that came out, Nancy, that was very interesting to them, she has an explosive temper we have not seen in public. So whether that has anything to do with what could have happened to Haley, we don't know. But that is something that Donna Brock reported.